How tall was he? Like, did you have?
He was sitting. He didn't stand up. He was sitting. But it's like I met Arnold, and I towered over Arnold, and I always thought, like, I was like, that's crazy. I'm standing next to Arnold. I'm like, look, I'm taller.
My dad was in an elevator with Dusty Rhodes one time, and he's like, all I kept thinking is, this is that big son of a bitch from the TV. I whoop him right here.
No way, though. Could he really? No.
Probably. I mean,
your daddy could beat people up. Your daddy could beat people up. Would you like, oh, don't do that. My daddy will beat up your daddy.
My daddy will beat up your daddy.
No, but is he knows how to fight? What's his deal? He like fought for like fisticuffs over cases of beer? Like
no, that's my like weird sketchy step uncle.
This is where you find out it's in your blood, like that you should have been doing Creator Clash the whole time. Like,
it's not. I promise you, it's not in my blood.
Kyle tried to pick a fight. Diego backed out.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to chase him down. He's clearly afraid, and he's dealing with a lot of mental illness now. I don't know why we're making fun of him. He clearly actually has mental illness. I just leave him alone. Yeah, my daddy could beat up your daddy. Maybe not now.
Oh, definitely my daddy. Definitely.
Your daddy not tough?
My dad's like, he's so pink and soft and like has the skinniest arms and is just like he's so easily, you could push him over so easily. I think it was like when I was 11, I'm like 5'10" or something, and it was like the 90s. So you fuck around, you can get slapped. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was just like I'm like 11 and a slap came and I like pushed it away. I was like, "What the fuck is this, bro?" And I do it again. I'm like, "What? Are we finding this out at 11 years old? I can fuck you up?" I'm like, your job got so much harder after that attempt. No, I love my dad. He's awesome. Makes sound like he beats me or something. No, not at all. But
is he not a big guy? Like he's not a tall guy like you?
No, not at all. But he also like just doesn't like he never played a sport. He wasn't the guy that ever played a sport, so that wasn't part of his life at all. Like, and you'd be surprised. Some people that don't play a sport, they can grow to be like 20 years old and not know how to run.
Indians.
Like they don't know how to run. Like not knowing how to run is a very it's like it sounds so stupid because it's simple, but actually. My dad, I bet I've never ever seen him run. My dad, he loves like Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke. I've never seen him sip water once. We were at the airport and he had like his thermos thing with him, like his water cooler, to drink from. And they were like, "Oh, sir, you can't come on the plane with any liquid." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And he opened it up and started dumping out, and it was like brown and fizzy, and everyone was laughing. And I was like, you should be embarrassed right now. Everyone thinks you are so fucking silly to have fizzy brown liquid in your water container, and we're in Europe on top of it. They think we're fucking Americans. This shit is so fucking dumb to them.
Say it's beer. They'd be down with that.
Yeah, they would accept it in Europe.
And then lit up a cigarette and hit a woman.
So at 11, your father couldn't beat you up anymore? Is that true?
Yeah, it was around like 11, 12. Like,
dude, so let me tell my story. I think I've told it before, but first thing you need to know is my grandfather ran away from home when my dad was 10. So there was this moment in my father's childhood, I think he was like 12, and his mother was going to hit him, and he grabs her wrists and he says, "Mom, listen, I want to hear this. I want to hear it, but you did tell me the story." Oh.
But no, I don't.
Why would you say that then?
I thought about telling you or not, but I thought I should be honest. What do you want me to do? Lie to you?
I want you to shut the fuck up while I tell my story.
Okay, tell the story, dude. I'm so curious what happens. I can't wait to hear what happens.
I'm not gonna tell it. I'm not gonna tell it.
You wanted me to shut the fuck up. But now
you shouldn't have talked about wrestling. Now he's
you know what? You know what? We can make actually a game. I remember the story very well. How about you go and I'll see if there's any.
I'm literally not going to tell it.
Don't do this to the fucking some asshole that hasn't watched the show in a little while and they want to hear it so bad. If you don't tell this story, I'm gonna get some fucking unhinged loser in my DM being like, I love Woody's stories and you didn't let him tell it and now I don't get to hear the story. So do me a favor, please, and tell us the story. Please.
I'm not mad at you, but I'm not gonna.
I was definitely older than 11 or 12 when I thought I could beat my dad up. It didn't. The thought
I wasn't sure until a couple years ago, dude. I'm not even. I swear to God, I wasn't sure until a couple years ago. I remember thinking when I was like 20, Better not make him mad. He'll embarrass me.
my late teens, I 100% knew because I was pretty significantly bigger than him by that point. But like, even when I like probably caught up and passed him in height, probably at like 16, I still was like, no, that's my dad. He probably fucked me up or something. Didn't even think like he was a soccer player.
I don't know when I could, but I think I could have way earlier than I thought I could have. Right? Like at 20 years old, I was pretty fit. I was working out like literally 4 hours a day, sometimes more. And but my self impression was that I could never. You know, I would get whooped by my father.
There's a big psyop to it. Like with my older brother, I look back and I'm like, oh yeah, I probably could have been 10 years before I thought it. Right. He was 100% bluff with any of his moves. If I called him on any of those, I'm like, oh, now that I think about it, I could have called any of those and it would have been, this power shift would have happened.
Yeah.
Too early. I'm happy it didn't.
Yeah. You don't want to be able to beat your dad up at 11. That can cause a lot
No,
of
my
turmoil
dad,
in your
yeah, no,
family.
this was with my brother that it would have caused turmoil. With my dad, no, he was at the game early.
Are you significantly taller than your brother and your dad?
Like growing up, my brother, he's like 6'1", 6'2". So growing up, I was around the same height when he was living at home.
Okay, so yeah, it probably could have crossed over before you recognized it.
But he's 10 years older than me, so.
Oh, that's a big negative at this point. Like you got him now. He doesn't box, I bet.
Oh yeah, but now he doesn't even do, like he has his nephew and he wanted to get his nephew a gift, and he was like, "Yo, what's that Asian shit you and my kids watch?" And
you and my kids, and I was like, my 10-year-old son. What's that shit you watch from Japan?
He's 14. I think he's turning 15. But I sent him some gift ideas of some shit that I would fucking love. That I'm sure his kid would too. But I also sent him. I sent him like some protein powder and like nearby gym with like a deal and like maybe a couple of trainer sessions. I'm like, you should get him this. And he was like, ha ha ha. And I was like, you think I'm fucking joking? I'm like, everyone knows how to exercise now. Like every kid, like it's just a thing that everyone knows how to do. They do it. Getting him to just, get a little jacked. It's going to give him a huge leg up. Big time. People are all about the looks maxing and stuff. And, he's a slim guy and I was very skinny growing up. He just like get some meat on there. My brother was like, haha. And that's different than he and I. Cause I was like, wow, are you fucking stupid or what? You couldn't even help him. You couldn't even go to the gym with him. Maybe I should come and show your son how to fucking lift weight.
Yeah. It does seem more essential now to know how to lift than it did like when I was 15. Like, no, I don't remember anyone when I was 15, unless it was like weightlifting to like for sports. Like
when
if we had to do it for
89?
91. So it would have been 06. Like no one was like lifting for fun.
No, it was, I went at 15 years old. My mom would go to the gym, but I wanted to go like when I was 14 because people made fun of me for being so skinny and I played football. So at 14, I like really wanted to go, but they always were like, it stunts your growth. So they wouldn't let you go to the gym till you were 16. And they said it stunts your growth. And I was like, always like, I'm good enough. I'm like, I'm not trying to be taller than this. I already want my name to be Matthew. I'm not worried about being tall right now. And they were like, no, they were like, do push-ups. And I was like, you guys are so dumb. But I actually wish I just did push-ups for those 2 years. If I did, like there are a couple times where I'll get caught up in this mode where I try and do like 10 push-ups a day, 10 times. Mm-hmm. Rarely ever happens that I do it 10 times.
It's a lot in a day.
Yeah, just at different times. And it's rare that I ever hit the 10. But I could go up to 10. That'd be great. That'd be perfect if I did it. But sometimes it's once, twice, 3 times. And when I do it, like for a span of 2 weeks, sometimes really well, it makes a major difference physically. Just doing like 30 push-ups throughout the week, like broken up in 10s, just the thing. Sometimes I'm like, and the results were so good that I'm like, if I did that as a kid, it would have been great. But I played football. They made us do exercise like push-ups and stuff like that. But these guys like in 1998 that are just like 20-year-old football coaches on their volunteer time, they don't know how to do a push-up. So I have football equipment on and I have to do 50 push-ups. That's an insane amount of push-ups. They have no concept of how tiring it is to do the push-up.
50 in a row?
Yeah, so I'm doing like dumb shit. We're all like, they're yelling at us to keep our asses up, and we're all like humping the ground in some weird fucking shoulder blade ass like pussy push up, but no one knew how to do it. And also like all this just rambling, basically saying that at the time no one had understanding of exercise, even eating. They were like, eat steak, eggs, and pasta, and that was the extent of what they knew. Like it was just. And going to the gym, luckily, my brother-in-law, my sister's boyfriend at the time, like he loved working out, and he got magazines and books and knew how to do it. So he showed me how to work out, and I went out like my first 3 months, and that became the basis of just knowing how to work out for the rest of your life, But that initial piece of thing that I was fortunate enough to get through him, people didn't have that for so long, but now kids get that from YouTubers. They come equipped with that. Yeah, I think exercising is just to get into doing it right away, especially because having the knowledge. And it's so funny because like I did EpicMealTime, but just so much bad food, everything's bad. Just knowing that there's really there's very few good things.